And welcome back. You know, the property managing experts at Island Realty are here this morning to continue their series from last week on short-term versus long-term rentals, the pros and cons of each and what it means for the owner and also the renter. Lindsay Blackburn and Julia Lane Willis are here with more details. Ladies, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
And I think this is a very good topic, and thank you, first of all, for covering it. But you want to continue talking about the terms and policies in the Charleston municipalities based on some of the information from last week. So what's been some of the feedback that you've received?
Well, a lot of people are just kind of left in limbo because they've always been doing the vacation rentals. Maybe they just didn't really look into the fact that they weren't allowed to. Yeah. And now they're left floundering a little bit, not sure what to do.
Wow. Okay. So let's talk about the short-term and long-term rental rules in the different Charleston municipalities, because they vary, do they?
Right.
Very greatly, yes.
So, for instance, on Isle of Palms, short-term rentals are allowed, but homeowners must get a permit from the city, and that the permit cost is based on the rental income that they would accrue over the course of the year on their property. So depending on how much you make, that's how much you pay for the fee. There aren't fines on the Isle of Palms since short-term rentals are allowed, as well as any other type of rental, so corporate or annual. Sullivan's Island, the shortest amount of rental allowed there is 30 days. So you cannot rent for a shorter time than that.
It has to be 30 days.
And the same with the you have to have a permit there for the annual rental. So that's the same type of sliding scale based on the value of the property. The city of Charleston, you do not have to have a permit for an annual rental. Vacation rentals, as we talked about last week, are only allowed right now legally in Cannonboro, Elliottboro, but you do have to have a permit for almost similar to an inn or a B&B there. Mount Pleasant, no such thing is required, no license is required, nor so places like Daniel Island.
Okay, so
but you do need to check with your HOA because
just
a lot
to
of
make sure
HOAs
won't allow that.
fine you.
Now, so if an owner is caught renting without a permit, then or in an unregulated area, what are some of the fines that they can be charged with?
The fine on Peninsula Charleston is $1,092 per instance.
Per instance. Oh wow! So is that like per rental agreement or days, or just
probably per rental agreement, but
really
I think we're in new waters, so we're not really sure. I've seen HOAs fine someone up to $100 a day.
Wow. Okay. And you don't want that when you're trying to do it. You want to make sure everything is up on the up and up. But what are some different things that an owner should consider when making these decisions?
They should consider the costs. If you're going to do vacation rentals, then there's a lot of upfront costs as far as furnishings. You know, gone are the days that you could take your old couch and your old mismatched dishes and put them in a vacation rental. People who are renting are really looking for a grade A, you know, new furnishings, very
insurance
stylish.
rates too. They need
you need to check on your insurance because there are different rates depending on what type of renting you are doing.
Okay.
And taxes, accommodation taxes, property taxes.
Absolutely. Now, what different rent projections for vacation, annual, and corporate rentals are there?
Well, it depends on the quality of the home, the furnishings, and things like that. But a rough estimate: a 3-bedroom home in Mount Pleasant would garner about $30,000 or more per year.
Wow.
And that's with them paying all of the utilities and all that. A 2-bedroom condo in Mount Pleasant that's on a corporate rental would be $28,000. So again, and the upfront costs aren't quite as much. I mean, you want the basics and furniture and things, but it doesn't have to be fancy.
Okay.
Let's see.
Vacation rental on the Isle of Palms, 3 bedrooms, projects for around $60,000 in rental income
and that's
a year.
A condo.
Wow.
Just a condo, not like one of the houses.
Right,
there
no, vacation rentals can get a lot more money. And then a 1-bedroom in downtown for, we won't even talk about vacation since it's pretty much not allowed, but a corporate rental could get $28,000 or $20,000, and an annual rental could get $15,000. Now that's just your basic 1-bedroom.
Okay.
I mean, if it were really nice, certainly there'd be.
We're not talking about a carriage house south of Broad completely redone. That's considered 1-bedroom, but the rental projection is going to be much higher versus a small, partial type living utility space.
Now, right quick, where are some of the emerging areas for corporate rentals?
The I-26, 526 corridor. because there's easy access all over the city. Isle of Palms and Mount Pleasant, of course, are very desirable. And even up in the Somerville, Ladson area for people who are working at a lot of the big industrial sites in Dorchester and Berkeley County.
All right, and finally, in closing, where can someone who's interested in finding out more, including rental projections and all of that, where can they go to get more information?
At www.islandrealty.com. You can email us at annualrentals@islandrealty.com or 886-4041. Or come see us on the Isle of Palms.
There you go. And of course, we want you to be as well versed up on, on all the information, so you're doing this the right way and legally. Right?
Yes. Call us with any questions. We'll be more than happy to chat with you.
Ladies, thank you so much.
All right,
a lot of information. Up next in Lowcountry Live, we're combing through Charleston's lost treasures in our author spotlight.